Howdy folks, welcome back to another episode in the Spyderco series. Today I have for you the Gayle Bradley 2. Gayle Bradley is a custom knife maker out of Weatherford, Texas. And yes, there is a Gayle Bradley 1 as well. This is made in Taichung, Taiwan, right there. Let's talk about some measurements. It's coming in about 8 1/4 inches. Cutting edge is slightly under 3 1/2 inch. The handle itself is about 4 3/4 of an inch. The width at the widest area is about 1 1/2 inches. And the thickness is coming in at about under 1/2 inch. And the weight is 4.06 ounces, just slightly over 4. Ideal weight for myself, just personal preference. Let's talk about the blade. So as with most Spydercos, they tell you, they throw Spyderco the brand name. This is CPM-M4. The CP is kind of covered up, but this is M4 steel. Spyderco insignia with their infamous thumb hole. This is a hollow grind. Also a drop point blade. And right here, you will see Gayle Bradley's insignia. It says Gayle Bradley Weatherford. And the insignia is really the shape of Texas. Tells you where it's made. It's got jimping right here along the spine of the blade. And it is effective. You will lock in your thumb. Not overly aggressive though, so it's not gonna wear it out. And with the thumb hole a lot, Spydercos do have that thumb ramp in a way. So there you go. I have sharpened this blade up at least once. It sharpens up nicely. Let's talk about the handle. So when we took the weight measurement, something to keep in mind, these are aftermarket scales. The ones I have on here currently are Black Micarta. And if I recall correctly, these are from Sharp Dressed Knives. And as always, I'll post links in the description to the website so you can check it out yourself. They have other options right now. This also has aftermarket anodized blue hardware. So you got 3 body screws, the pivot screw. This one does not have a lanyard hole, and it uses steel liners. And as you can see inside, they do cutouts on the steel liners, so it reduces the weight. It uses 3 standoffs. It is a liner lock, and it has a bit of jimping right here, so just to help with disengagement, getting your finger in there. I currently have this pivot tightened up a little more, so not easily middle finger flicked. But it runs on washers, so it's just very smooth to get it out. I want to show you the stock scales that would come with it. This is a carbon fiber laminate. So these are the stock scales. I would imagine these are slightly lighter than the micarta scale. So the stock knife should be less than 4 ounces. In addition, I have an aftermarket deep carry clip. This is by Lynch Northwest. So let's get into the pocket clip. Lynch Northwest will provide you the clip screws as well, just to have an extra set, but the ones that come standard on the knife should fit nicely. As you can tell, I am missing a pocket screw, but the two on sides does the job just fine. I've never had this come loose. The ramp is good. You should be able to get through most pant material. Lots of space, so once you get in. Let's take a shot of that in the pocket. Once you get that in there, the deep carry pocket clip basically makes your knife disappear. Lots of space, so it doesn't really take up much real estate. As you can imagine, it's about that much space left. The retention on these clips are pretty much perfect. It won't shred your pants pocket. Really well done. Let's talk about availability and price point. I picked this up in its current state with the aftermarket micarta scales and the deep carry pocket clip. Just so you know, the standard pocket clip that comes with it is not deep carry. I got this for about slightly under $200. These are readily available. I want to say it's around $220 right now. Could be wrong, but since we're here, I might as well take a look at what it's going for. So let's see. I'll post links to where you can find these from an authorized retailer. Yeah, they're coming in at $222. And they're fairly available. So what are my final thoughts? I love this knife. This is great. This is top 10 of Spydercos that I own. It reminds me, especially, most of their knives are actually on washers for the bearings, for the pivot system, and it's just very smooth. Opens smoothly. It's got that nice hydraulic action. I've used this for multiple things: cutting of boxes, food prep, eating my steak. Something to keep in mind, this is a tool steel M4, so you will want to care for it more regularly. So after use, especially if you're cutting through a lot of different types of substances, such as meat, steaks, fruit, it will start to develop a patina on the blade. I personally like the look of it, but if you don't, there's different things you can get out there that can remove it. I use flits. The handle, the ergonomics are really well done. Unfortunately, I can only speak to how it feels with the deep carry pocket clips. I don't remember what it feels like with the standard pocket clip. even though there's a bit of space right there, so you may feel the pocket clip in your hand. I personally wouldn't call that a hot spot though. It's just easy to carry. The weight for myself is perfect, around 4 ounces, so it won't weigh your pants down. It's a great option. And I think $222 is relatively affordable depending on the price points that you're comfortable with in terms of a pocket knife. And I would absolutely recommend this as a must try, one that you should get in your collection. Gayle Bradley has also teamed up with Spyderco and a couple other models, which are much harder to find now. All right, really appreciate your time. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have one of these in your collection as well, how you feel about Gayle Bradley knives. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Hit the subscribe button so you can get notified for the next video, and stay frosty.